I recently decided to reorganize the bookshelves in my bedroom, and I thought it would be a fun process to document. I started by writing out 24 categories to correspond with the 24 sections of my bookshelf. As it turns out, this step was pretty much unnecessary as I eventually ignored these notes. Are you helping me organize? No. Guess not. I have some shelves that are going to be very intuitive and easy. For example, my D&D shelf, almost everything I have is just going to be switched over. I'm not going to have to go hunting for things. Other shelves, like my space shelf, that's going to be more of a hunt because that's not a category I have right now. Question, of course, is where do I start? Any thoughts? One shelf down. I'm really hoping that I don't find any more Harry Potter books because, as you can see, it goes right to the top. Okay, after working on my bookshelves, all I've accomplished is making this part of my bedroom a complete disaster mess. But there is a method to the madness. Some of the shelves I've already organized are now a little bit messy again. I did find some more Harry Potter books. Since I'm likely to come across even more of Harry Potter and kind of every single category, right now my goal is, as I work, I sort through, and anything that's relevant to a shelf I've already put together, I just stack there for now. And then kind of at the end, when I think everything is pretty much in its general location, I will go back and straighten things up and make things look nice and even. Okay, so it's now 2 days later. I was able to work on these bottom shelves and kind of clean up and put away some of the books that I had taken out, but of course there are now more books. I'm thinking the system I want to do for actual organization, like within the shelf, organization within the shelf, is instead of by color or anything like that, I kind of want to go by height. Obviously I want to keep books that are in the same series together just because that makes them easy to find, but I also like the idea of having kind of the left side having tall to small towards the middle, and then on the right side having tall on the outside and small towards the middle, so it just kind of creates this almost parabolic type thing. This isn't a good example of it because I haven't organized this shelf yet, but and this one either, but my whole categorizing system is getting totally switched around. I'm gonna do a few, maybe like 1 to 2 hours of work today. I'm gonna put on an episode of Psych and just kind of power through and see how far I can get. Okay. Okay, so I'm actually really excited. Initially, I had planned for 3 whole shelves of To Be Reads. I am the first person to admit that I like to collect books and then I have them for years and years, and with the best of intentions, hope to read them and yet have not gotten to them. And so when I was planning out my shelves, I totally thought I was gonna have at least 3 shelves full of books that I have not read. And yet, out of all these books that I have, other than some books in my space shelf that I just want to be with all my other space things, these are the only ones I haven't read. I mean, I know it's a lot. It's still almost 2 shelves, but it's not even 2 full shelves. It's like 1 2/3 of a shelf. I'm actually really, really pleased. The last thing I did after organizing the final few shelves was push all my books to the edge of their shelves. I did this so the books would line up evenly and books of different depths wouldn't stick out. All right, I am done. Every book is in its place, and that beautiful, to me, cascading pattern towards the middle I think looks really, really nice. I'm really happy things aren't color coded or color organized anymore, just because, I don't know, it was too vibrant or something. It just didn't spark joy in me, but this organization is definitely my cup of tea. There is one shelf that's a little more chaotic than the others, a little more disjointed. This is going to be my author tube / just author in general shelf. So I took the books that I have publications in. Here's the book that was published on Amazon. I have a short story in this, and then my essay in the back of this edition of Pride and Prejudice. Some writing like info books. I have my favorite book of all time, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And then in this section is where I have pulled books that I'm interested in doing AuthorTube videos. So I'm thinking, or actually these would be more like BookTube videos. And then I have these like herbals and kind of magical type books, because both a novella and an actual story idea that I have will require me to just do a little bit of research on that kind of subject. But I just think that this is like a really good idea. I'm a little bit proud of myself for coming up with it, just having a dedicated spot, and I'm not going around hunting or thinking of a place to put all of my resources for writing and for YouTube. I'll scoot back so we can get kind of a wider shot. I think it looks so pretty. I really love it. The colors are all over the place, which is not the current in vogue aesthetic, but I really, really prefer it this way, especially now that my room is more of like a grayer, cool toned color scheme. So I'm really happy about this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was either just pleasing to watch, something going from really messy to at least semi-organized, or it give you some thoughts for how you're gonna tackle your organization of your bookshelf. Let me know in the comments how you prefer to organize books. Do you like to organize them by color or by alphabetical? Do you like to organize by height or category, or a different kind of combination of any of those, or something totally different that I haven't even listed? I love organizing, so I would honestly love to hear any thoughts you have. How would you do your books? Not how would you do your books. That sounds inappropriate. And I also decided that it would be a fun process to document. So here's the document.